I don't care about what she's doing to me anymore. It's her life she's destroying, not mine. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Zone Stories. Today we have a story where this woman asked the divorce from her husband but later she regrets. Let's see how this story ended. I'm a male 32, married to my wife for almost 6 years now. We've been together for 8 years and 3 months. We are living together for 7 years now. It was in my opinion always great. I really feel like we were the perfect couple. We both have a car, good jobs, stable finances, and we bought a house 5 years ago. February 2022 I unfortunately, very unexpectedly, lost my mother to a heart attack. What followed were very rough months, for me but also for my wife who was also very close to my mother. And by rough I mean really rough. In 6 months' time we only went out like 2 times. We always stayed in just relaxing on the couch and chilling watching TV. I wasn't, due to circumstances, happy, but I expected we would get through this. D-Day, as I see everyone call it, was 5 weeks ago. My wife went out drinking with 3 male friends from work about 5 minutes away from our house. I was like, okay, cool, but I'm going to bed soon. Middle of night, 12:30 a.m. she came home with the 3 guys, I know all of them, and said she was going out in the city with them. I didn't like it, but couldn't stop her. Everything closes at 4 a.m. but even though it's a 15-minute ride she came home at 5:30 a.m. That's when my suspicions began, even though before this night I never mistrusted her. Today, 4 weeks ago, she left the entire Sunday, said she was going to some carnival with her mom. I did not trust it, but what can you do? She even left without saying goodbye while I was taking a shower. Later that day when she came home she entered our house crying. My first response was, "Honey, come here, what happened? Did something happen? What's got you so upset?" Her literal first words at that moment were, "I want a divorce." After that we talked a bit about it, both very emotional. I straight up asked her if she cheated, but she said no. She told me she's been unhappier for a longer period of time and hence the divorce. She literally never told me something was wrong with our relationship, so this came as a complete shock to me. Anyway, after the talk she left and she lives at her mom's house now. 4 days later I saw her again, because we had a dog for which I alone cannot take care of, and neither can she at her mom's house. So our dog stays at an aunt's house now. Anyway, because I saw her I confronted her about cheating again, and this time she admitted it. She told me she cheated on me for the entire week, since she went drinking until the week later when she left home. She said she thinks she is in love with him. I asked what's so great about him and the only thing she says is, "Yay, we have a good connection and spark. So that's it, I suppose." She also said she feels like she is going through some sort of midlife crisis. Doesn't know what to do with her life, doesn't know what she wants. IMO, she's going crazy. She dyed, don't know if this is the correct word, her hair purple. And all out of nowhere she signed up for lessons to drive a motorcycle. The first week or maybe 2 weeks after I tried reconciling, but she wouldn't budge. Every serious message I send her gets straight up ignored. Casual messages I do get a reply on, but it's short responses with a certain arrogance, I guess. I seriously do not recognize my wife anymore. Her personality seems to have changed in literally 1 week time. She is treating me as if I never existed in her life and like I'm some piece of garbage. Is this some kind of defense mechanism to make it easier for her, pushing her problems towards the future? Or could it be she really changed and feels this way now? How on earth is this possible? I mean, I know falling in love is an awesome feeling, but what happens with her in a few months when the honeymoon phase with this guy is over and she really wakes up from it all? I've been experiencing a lot of mixed feelings, really a lot. I resent her for the fact she cheated on me and I'm really disappointed. But I also realize and know that the fundament of our marriage was always great. From D-Day to today we are 5 weeks further. She has still not officially filed for divorce, and neither have I. I'm not sure, but I'm fairly certain she is still seeing the guy she cheated on me with. To be honest, at this moment I'm torn between wanting to save our marriage and just ending. At this moment I honestly do not care if we get back together or if we divorce, so I honestly don't know what to do. If I file for divorce now I might regret this in the future for being too fast, I suppose. But I also cannot keep living in this sort of limbo in which I am officially still married, but she already left. Okay, so yesterday I made some calls. In the Netherlands we have something called a mediator. They handle all aspects of divorce. So this mediator does the lawyer's work, financial, emotional talk, etc. It's like an all-in-one kind of person that helps two people with arranging the divorce. Today we had the talk with this mediator. Unfortunately, my ex-wife's car broke down, so I had to pick her up. And yes, I really had to. For this all to work and get the divorce through this mediator, it is crucial that both me and my ex-wife are at the meetings with him. Anyway, talk went pretty good in the way I expected. We both expressed our feelings about wanting to get divorced, but the infidelity was never mentioned. This mediator is neutral and does not pick side, so I did not think it was worth mentioning. Also in the Netherlands, we have no laws against cheating. She still has the same rights that she would have had if she did not cheat. So after the mediator left, we are still sitting together at the table, barely talking. Only distraction we have is from our cats running around. So after a few minutes I ask her, have anything left to say? To which her response was, no. So I said, okay, then I think you can go now, because I don't want you here. Okay, can you take me home? I said no. How you're getting home is your own problem. I am not in the mood to drive 30 minutes taking you home. After this she looked a bit emotional. I think she expected me to drive her home, as normally in the past I did everything for her. So after that she called her mom, who's picking her up in about an hour from now. She is out of the house now, she said. I'm going to take a walk for about an hour until mom gets here to pick me up. While she left, she still looked hurt and visibly emotional. But while I'm staying strong, I still notice a lot of strange behavior on her part, and I think she is still in the affair fog. Despite everything, I still love her for who she was, but for now I am staying strong, and I'm treating her as if she means nothing to me. Edit. Actually, as of right now she doesn't mean anything to me. She simply is not the woman anymore that I loved and was loyal to. Anyway, for now that was the update. I'll keep you posted in the future. And once again everyone for the massive response and help on my previous post. Hey everyone, you all have been an amazing help in my situation. I must admit I'm feeling very tired mentally, but apart from that I'm doing better than I would have expected after only 6 weeks. I have a question about my ex-wife's current behavior. I strongly believe she is in affair fog. Okay, now my actual question. Is it normal that my ex-wife treats everyone around her like trash? Well, except for her partner and her own parents, I suppose. She is obviously treating me bad. She is treating me with zero respect and as if I was the worst husband ever. She claims she's been unhappy for several years, which I believe is complete lie. Anyway, to be honest, I don't care about what she's doing to me anymore. It's her life she's destroying, not mine. But it's also affecting other people. My father sent her the sweetest message he had ever sent in his entire life, and she didn't even reply with a thank you, just nothing. After my mom passed last February, my wife would regularly take my dad to an amusement park that's close by. They both have subscriptions for it, so they could go quite often. My dad really loved her a lot and I'm watching him age by the hour now, which really hurts me. And my ex-wife doesn't even send a thank you. Nothing at all. She left him on read. She was also very good friends with my younger sister, but they haven't been in touch for several weeks. Also, my wife was supposed to spend a day today with her best friend, who is a mutual friend of ours, but now she is ignoring her. Her best friend sent several messages to her yesterday if today was still on, but wife sent no reply. Didn't even read her messages. She also didn't pick up the phone. So today they were supposed to meet. Same story. She doesn't pick up the phone. Her best friends forever send one more message asking if she was still coming. No reply. She didn't even read the messages, while her WhatsApp status shows she's been online after she sent them. Needless to say, her best friends forever has been crying all day. She took the day off to spend with my wife to go shopping and having fun, and now this. Is this in any way normal behavior for someone in affair fog? Or could this be something else? I don't care what my wife is doing, I'm done with her. But this is just so incredibly sad for her best friends forever. She's been crying on her couch all freaking day because my wife treats her like this. While I'm typing all this, another question comes to mind, but I think I already know the answer. My ex-wife is going around telling people we split up because we grew apart and she hasn't been happy for several years. I suppose this actually is normal for a cheater, to tell everyone excuses and not being honest about what happened and how they fell in love with someone else. Oh, I almost forgot something that I believe is really important. Her best friends forever, our mutual friend, actually lived with us for about 6 months. from about November 2021 until April 2022. She just got out of a really bad relationship and had nowhere to stay. We have a spare room, so we took her in. Anyway, my wife and best friends forever, literally talking about everything, including our relation and life. Everything. I speak to her best friends forever every day, and she has been super sweet and totally honest with me. I asked her if any of what my wife said could be true, about not being happy with me for a longer period of time. Best friends forever says it's all lies. Never has my wife ever spoken about it or said a single word to her about being unhappy with me. And keep in mind, they told each other everything, but not a single word about being unhappy. So either my ex-wife is just blatantly lying now, I don't know why, maybe to justify her cheating on me and abandoning our marriage. Or perhaps she kept her unhappy feelings a secret for literally everyone except herself. I honestly don't know, but from my experience I never noticed her unhappy with me, and her best friends forever also agrees with his. Many thanks again, everyone. The support is amazing, and I would not have been where I am now if it wasn't for your support. We are going to sign our divorce papers and make it official 4 days from today. Well, I made some mistakes along the run, and also made some moves that got me my power back and made me respect myself again. For starters, I can say that now, 5 months after the infidelity and the initial shock, I hardly even think about the cheating anymore or am affected by it. So for anyone going through a rough time, please trust me, it does get better and time really is on your side. So, after the cheating and our breakup, I made mistakes. I begged and pleaded, got mad, frustrated, and really felt totally out of control and as if she had lost her mind. This lasted for about 2 months, unfortunately. After this period, I made the decision to quit the whining. I told her I thought about everything a lot and came to the conclusion that I would still be open to seeing her and talking to her, that I thought there might still be a future for us, but I also told her I couldn't guarantee anything. I have not contacted her myself for the last 3 months, at least not about casual stuff or the relationship. The only things I reached out about were things regarding our upcoming divorce/financial/mutual house. I did not just sit around and wait during the last 3 months. I am now 32-year-old, and for the first time in my life I went to the gym to work out. Muscle building, to be exactly, as I have always been on the skinny side. I have been hitting the gym with full discipline. I train 4 times a week and have been doing so for the last 3 months. I am also seeing an increase in my muscle and aesthetics, but this goes further. Not only does the gym better my physical appearance, it also helps mentally. At first I started working out to keep myself busy and distracted. But now, 3 months in, I look better and I feel a lot better about myself. I am regaining a level of confidence I didn't even know I had. So pro tip of the day. When you're going through a rough time, the gym really does seem to work both physically and mentally. Regarding our mutual house, I spoke with the bank and I am able to lend extra money and take on a higher mortgage. I have to pay my ex-wife about $65,000 for the house, but I am able to and I will do it. After signing everything and paying her, I will be 100% the owner of the mutual house, which is worth about $300,000. I am not too happy about having to pay her $65,000, but in the long run I am way better off by owning my own house, which is worth about 5 times that amount. On top of that, she has no own house anymore. She officially lives with her mom again, but I know she's also staying at her partner's house a lot. I am not contacting her, so how do I know? I'll get to that. My ex and me have a mutual friend. We never hang out all together, but we do speak regularly. As far as I know, ex left me to be with her partner and basically jumped straight into a new rebound relationship. I'm not sure what's going on with my ex, and at times it does seem she actually has lost her mind. I try to keep my mind away from her, but sometimes the mind wanders where it shouldn't go. Also, at this moment I suppose I could call her partner by the name boyfriend, because that's basically what he is now. However, I will stick to her partner because that's how it started. Anyway, about her partner and ex-wife. Karma is a thing and it's starting to hit hard. When ex and her partner first got together 5 months ago, all seemed fine for them. However, tables are beginning to turn. Her partner is currently at home struggling with a depression, which I know for a fact because the mutual friends showed me screenshots of a conversation between ex-wife and her. Also, her partner is currently out of a job. Even when everything first happened with the cheating and all, I always felt better than her partner just because of his lack of morals, and I already had the belief he was worthless compared to me. Well, now I know for sure. which once again makes me feel like my ex-wife has lost her mind. I am not being arrogant, but I am absolutely sure that I am the catch and a way better man than her partner is. Little extra, at the start of their relationship, I was still contacting her and warned her. Well, guess I was right all along. Not only does he prove himself to be the loser I already kinda knew he was, he also brought something into her life that can devastate her. She is basically digging her own grave. Her partner introduced her to hard drugs. I know this through the mutual friend. Haven't talked to ex-wife about it. If she wants to ruin her own life, that's her business. But it seems to be going downhill fast. As for my ex-wife, I am certain she is struggling and possibly even doubting her own choices. I hadn't spoke to her or seen her during the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. However, about 1 week into the new year 2023, she out of the blue texted me if I was home and if she could come over. She came over to my house and the visit was short, really only about 5 minutes. She came by to tell me she spent Christmas Day alone, sobbing. She wanted to know how my holidays had been, and she asked me how I was doing. I told her my Christmas was okay, but not the greatest. I lost my mom last year, and these were the first holidays without mom, so of course it was just okay but not all that great. But I did tell her I was doing great, which I actually am. So yeah, for me this was weird. The only thing I can think about this whole visit, and why would she care how I am doing, is if she perhaps does have regrets. Time will tell. I also spoke to my ex's mom. Ex-mother-in-law called me after New Year's to wish me a happy new year and to wish me all the best. I must admit I did not expect that call, but it was nice to hear from her because she was family for the last 8 years. Mother-in-law told my ex-wife hasn't been all that great lately. Apparently she is very sad and crying a lot, mourning the marriage. Ex even said to mother-in-law, I wish it wouldn't have to be like this. And once again this implies to me that she is having second thoughts. However, only my ex has the power to reach out and make a move, which at this point I don't see happening anymore. The only power I really have is to give her the divorce she herself asked for, and walk away, and stay out of her life, which I did. I am removing myself from her life, giving her the divorce and bettering myself every single day. Apologies for the long post, but I believe this is about everything I needed to get off my chest. 4 days from now we are signing the divorce papers, and even though I am really doing great, of course I am still only human and from time to time still mourn our marriage and my ex-wife. I hate to see what has become of her, but I am also fully aware that it is out of my control and absolutely not my problem. Let me end this by once again thanking everyone in this community. Many thanks. Without your help I wouldn't have been where I am now, both mental and physical. It sounds like she did him a favor by leaving. I agree, she sounds messed up in the head. She was probably checking him out to see if he was still into begging and pleading for her return. She should have thought about the consequences before she decided to monkey branch to an unstable partner. I would advise him to go as much no contact as possible until the papers are signed, then total no contact. No matter what happens, get those papers signed, sealed and delivered. Pay her out the money and get off the house papers as soon as humanly possible. If you wait or hold off because you have a caring side, know that she can and will drag this out to get more cash. If she is into drugs and her partner is a bum, you are potentially a cash cow to her. You know as well as anyone that once she gets the cash they will burn through it like they won the lottery. You will only be doing yourself a favor by putting as much distance between you and her as you can. And if you never see or hear from her again, that can only be a good thing for you.